Can you just come back over down there, please?
Why can't I
Can you just go down there, please?
look at the
Can you just go
information
down
there?
there, please? Can you just go down there, please?
Why can I not go
Can you
look at
just
the
go
information
down
there?
there, please? Can you just go down there, please? My name's David. Can you just go down there, please?
Why can't I
Can
have
you
a
just
look
go
at
down?
that?
Because I'm asking you because you're recording stuff to go down there, please.
But because I'm
of the
recording.
reasons that exactly.
Because I'm
Can you
recording.
go to there? Yeah,
So
absolutely.
because I'm exercising a human right.
If you feel so, that's fine. You can go down
So
there,
you're
please.
discriminating against me because I'm using human rights.
If you want, if you can go down there, please.
So
we
you've
can discuss it
admitted
later. No, I don't admit it. I'm just repeating what you said. If you could just go down here, please. I want you to go down there, please.
You're very aggressive.
Will you please go down there?
Am I raising my voice? Am I being
Welcome back. Today we're in Lincoln observing how situations unfold when security personnel appear to blur the line between their responsibilities and actual legal authority. Notice how a straightforward request is presented, as if it were an enforceable command simply through repetition, despite the setting being a public space rather than private property. The confidence displayed comes across immediately, highlighting how authority exercised without clear understanding can create tension. The interaction begins with a calm refusal to be pressured, yet the atmosphere quickly changes once that perceived authority is disregarded, setting the stage for what follows.
Hiya.
Hiya.
How you doing?
What's your name?
Pardon?
What's your name?
I don't really feel like I want to give that, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, why are you here?
Who are you, sorry?
I'm PC Baines.
Baines 504, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And yourself, ma'am?
Sergeant 369 Elkins.
Sergeant 369
Elkins.
Elkins. I bet you're both based at
Lincoln.
Lincoln Main Police Station.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, brilliant, cool. Cool.
So
Okay.
why are you here?
Just explain that to you.
Well, you explain now because I'm talking to you, aren't I? So you tell me why you're here.
As I said, you've just explained. I'm saying I agree with what you said. I've come here and wanted to look at the information.
Okay.
Simple
And
as
have you
that.
done that?
Pardon?
Have you done that?
No, not fully.
Okay. So what more information do you want to look at?
The board down there that I got obstructed from seeing. There's people sat there, so I won't mind not getting that too much. There's not much there anyway. But specifically that board down there that I've been obstructed from going and
The
watching.
Area 3 one?
Yeah, number 3, yeah, area 3.
What do you want to see in there? Is it just
The information that's on the board.
what's on it? Okay. What purpose is that for?
Pardon?
What purpose is that for?
To have a look at it, but it's public information from,
It is, but
that's
why
it.
you then need to film it?
When the police arrive, their immediate focus shifts not toward examining any alleged offense, but toward requesting identification, a move often perceived as pressure-based. However, under UK practice, providing personal details is generally optional unless someone is formally detained, and this context becomes important as the individual responds with composed and courteous refusal. That calm stance disrupts the sergeant's expectations, since compliance is assumed while awareness of rights changes the dynamic, illustrating how knowledge and restraint can influence the tone of an interaction.
If you want to read it, then that's one thing, but why do you feel the need to film it?
My memory's not that great.
Okay.
So, I can't remember everything that I see on every single board in here, can I?
Okay. Do you have a job?
Pardon?
Do you have a job?
Is that relevant?
Well, yeah, because you're in a job centre, aren't you?
Right.
Seeking employment?
Is that any of your business right now?
Well, yeah, because you're in a job centre, aren't
Right,
you?
that's not your business. That's my business.
But I'm just trying to understand the purpose of why you need to read that information, why you need to retain that information. And
Because I have the right to do so,
you do, but
Constable.
I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah, but that's all you need to know, though, isn't it? Because I have the right to do so. I'm in a public place. It's public information. I have the right to freedom of expression, which includes gathering and disseminating information and opinions to others.
Right.
So, therefore, that's all
what
you
is
need
your
to know.
intention to do
Because
with
you
this video then?
swore an oath to uphold the rights and freedoms of the people. You swore an oath to the crown of this country.
Yeah.
So that's all you need to know is that I'm acting within a right, a freedom.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything unlawful. So that's all you need to know, and that's all you need to tell them. That's your job done,
I
then.
assume you've already told them that anyway.
Yes, I have, and that's your job done, then, isn't it? I'm afraid.
What is your intention to do with the video, though?
The focus then moves toward questioning intent, with officers asking why filming is necessary or even bringing up employment status, as though personal circumstances could affect someone's rights. This approach often comes across as an attempt to uncover justification for further action, yet lawful behavior doesn't require explanation or defense. People are not obligated to rationalize permitted activity, and the interaction shows the tension that arises when persistent curiosity meets calm refusal to engage beyond what's required.
Again, that's none of your business.
Well, it is, because if it captures other people, like members of the public who are coming in here, who don't want their face shown anywhere. We might have people who are going through horrendous things at the minute or involved in domestic violence, and they don't want other people to see that they're in this job centre on this particular day in Lincoln, because then other people will know where they are. Then that's safeguarding them, isn't it?
Then they would need to contact the Information Commissioner's office because it's their jurisdiction, not the police.
Yes, but if you're
No,
not
no,
telling
no,
me,
it's simple as that. Ends there.
if you're not telling me where you're going to upload this,
Who said I'm uploading it? I said it's none of your business what I'm doing with it.
you're not telling me then,
Because
are
I
you?
don't need to answer your questions. I don't need to
I'm
account
just telling you
for a
about the
lawful action.
safeguarding of the other
Right,
people
and I don't
involved
need to
here.
account for an action unless you have evidence or reasonable suspicion. It has to be based on objective fact,
Yeah.
right? Then it's none of your business, and I'm not answering your questions.
It's very one-sided, isn't it, this? And this is like...
I didn't call you. I didn't ask for
No,
your
you
help, so
didn't.
I didn't want to
You
talk to
didn't,
you in the
but
first place.
It's very one-sided in the fact that you know our name, you're refusing to give
Because
your name.
you're crown servants,
Yeah.
right? And you wear epaulets
I do, so you
for
can
reasons
see
of
me.
accountability.
Yeah.
I'm a private citizen. I do not have to account myself.
I'm engaging with you,
but I don't have to account myself to the public. To the government in absence of a crime.
When legal arguments no longer support their position, the approach shifts toward emotional appeal, with the officer referencing sensitive issues like domestic violence in an effort to discourage filming. While protection and safeguarding are unquestionably important, presenting such concerns as a broad restriction in a public setting can seem more like persuasion than enforceable grounds, since hypothetical risks alone do not establish wrongdoing. The tactic appears intended to pressure compliance through guilt, yet the individual maintains composure and declines to be swayed by that emotional framing.
The only time I need to identify myself to you.
Do you understand why they've asked you not to go past that point?
No.
Okay. The reason they've given us to us for not having you past that point,
Right.
is because there's people currently having interviews regarding their employment and
Right.
the sensitive data that is being discussed.
Okay.
They don't want you overhearing that or recording those conversations.
See, that's wrong because that's not what they told me.
Okay, well, that's what's been told to me.
Okay, Simon, let me tell you what they told me. Sorry, my power bank fell. What they told me is they didn't want me there. Yes, because people were having an appointment. But I said, if I turn my camera off, can I then go and look at the board?
Okay.
And he said yes. So he admitted freely that the only reason I'm not allowed is because I'm recording, which, as I said, is an expression of Article 10 of my human rights. So by denying me access purely based on the fact alone that I am recording is breach of Article 14 of the Human Rights Act, which is my right to enjoy my freedoms without discrimination. So therefore, I said to him, I was like, I'm not going to be bullied by a government employee out of my rights. It's not going to happen, not by you, not by them.
Which board is it that you particularly want to see? Is it the first one with the number 3 or the one that's got 3 in the area?
This exchange becomes awkward when the officer implies that answering questions depends on an auditor first revealing his intentions. A misunderstanding of how legal authority operates, since police powers come from statute rather than negotiated exchanges of information. The right to remain silent isn't something to trade away, and the suggestion highlights what appears to be a concerning gap in basic legal understanding. The situation escalates further as the sergeant hints that silence could be taken as an indication of guilt, and after the officers depart, the security guard attempts to reinterpret the rules entirely, setting the stage for an even more striking display of misplaced confidence.
With area 3 underneath.
So what I can offer for you is I can go and take a photograph of that board.
No, I want. Well, no, because then
Because there's people.
But then how am I gonna? Because that's not on my
I
footage.
can take your phone and take a picture of it, but I can't record.
How am I giving my phone to a police officer?
But it's a very sensible.
It's not.
What I can do is I can take a picture of it. You can read it off my phone.
No, because then I have to forfeit my
But you're not
property
going,
to exercise my
I do it
freedom.
on my telephone.
Right.
My work telephone. I'm going to take a picture of that board. You can see what's on that board without then overhearing other people's confidential conversations.
No, because the point is that if I'm stood there and I'm not recording, right? So I stood there because they said I can go down there if I'm not recording and I can have a look. If I overhear those appointments, the data breach has already happened. The recording is evidence of that data breach, and that's what they're scared of, is me collating evidence of them breaching GDPR. That's what they're worried about.
They don't want you down there where you can overhear the conversation. So what I'm trying to do is find a way around it so you can have access to the information that you'd like to
But there are seats down there for people to wait for an appointment. So they don't want me down there because I might overhear somebody having an appointment, but somebody can wait for an appointment and overhear somebody else. That's
But
fine.
then they're not going to upload it into whichever
Again,
media
you're
outlet.
making an assumption.
Well, you're not telling me otherwise, though, are you?
You don't. So do you have objective basis of fact?
At this point, the situation edges toward questionable interpretation, as the officer suggests he can draw conclusions from someone's silence, even though such considerations are typically matters for a court and often only arise after formal caution procedures. Acting on assumptions rather than verified understanding can create serious issues, since judgments about inferences belong in legal proceedings, not everyday exchanges. The moment highlights how silence is met with growing suspicion, instead of evidence, revealing the tension that develops when speculation replaces factual grounding.
No, do you have it? No. You work on what you know, not on what you don't know,
If
Constable.
you're not telling me what you're going to do with it, I have got to make assumptions. That's a fair comment.
No, it's not.
Well, I believe it is.
No.
Of course it is.
No, you're making an inference on my silence. Only a court and a jury are allowed to do that.
No.
Your role is to work on the facts that you know based on objective facts, not on, I think he might be doing
It's
this.
evidence that's
Is it?
there for me.
Is it? What evidence is that?
Well, this is it for me to make my decision in relation to what's going to happen. I've asked you what you're going to do with it. You've refused point blank to tell me.
Because I don't have to answer your
Because you
questions.
don't have to answer because you're being quite
Correct. Because I'm exercising my rights.
Well, I find it
I'm upset because I'm exercising my rights. It's my right not to talk
It
to
is,
you.
but then you're not really helping yourself, are you? Because you're refusing to engage.
So
and tell
you're implying that a member of the public who doesn't want to talk to the police and account for their actions is inherently damning themselves?
I find you quite goading. I think you're goading for an argument, and I think that's.
I would be quite happy if you came in, said hello, yeah, you're filming, bye, and walked away. I would have been quite happy with that.
The familiar remark that someone is not helping themselves suggests an expectation that citizens should prioritize making an officer's task easier, when in reality the responsibility lies in acting within the law. Choosing to remain calm and exercise one's rights shouldn't be mistaken for escalation or defiance, and discomfort caused by lawful behavior points more toward training or expectation issues than wrongdoing. The exchange illustrates how a simple refusal to engage in conversation can be interpreted personally, revealing the tension that can arise when compliance isn't immediately given.
You're the one who's continuing to stand here and to engage with me. You're more than welcome to walk away.
Because these people are worried. They're
Worried about
the
what?
other members of. Because it's been explained to you, hasn't it? I think we've explained. These guys have explained it to you. You've got it on recording, so you can feel free to go back and review that because you said your memory's not very good. So you've got that there, haven't you? It's been explained to you.
Yeah, but I don't agree with the explanation.
Well, you might not agree.
And you might not agree with me. Exactly. There you go.
Exactly.
But we're allowed to disagree as human beings.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't mean I'm doing anything criminal and that you can get involved with it.
Doing anything criminal.
So then why are you still here engaging with me?
Because they've called us,
Right.
Okay, and we need to. We're talking with you because, like you rightly said, we're police officers who deal with evidence what's available to us, and then we investigate it to see whether there's a crime, there's not a crime, etc. So that's why we're engaging with you to see if there is anything untoward that you're doing.
And is there?
There is nothing criminal, but
There you go. Problem solved. Your jurisdiction ends there.
To safeguard others.
Your jurisdiction ends there.
It does as a police officer, but obviously we've got people in here who don't want to be filmed.
They can do what that lady's got done, and she just walked in. She's got a face mask on. They can wear. I got a snood.
How do they know you're
I could put my snood up,
But
and I
they don't
can.
know that you're filming. So
No,
that they're
but everybody could be filming in anywhere in a public place. So if you're worried about being on somebody else's film, best thing to do is walk around with a face mask, with a snood, with a balaclava, whatever you want to provide your own privacy in public. If you're worried about being on other people's recordings, are you two recording me right now?
No.
No, you're not. Okay.
This moment highlights a striking contradiction, as the officers openly declare they are recording, seemingly to assert control, despite having previously argued against the auditor filming on privacy grounds. The contrast emphasizes the idea that if an action is lawful for one party, it should be lawful for another under the same conditions, illustrating how observation and accountability operate in both directions. Once this inconsistency is addressed, the tension shifts noticeably, exposing the double standard and altering the tone of the exchange.
We've got to let you know that we're recording you.
You do. Very good.
You don't have to do that, obviously.
Nope.
So what's your intention for the rest of the day?
To do whatever I want to do, Sergeant.
Okay. I've offered you quite a simple and reasonable way to get access to the information that you would like to have access to.
No, the simple way is for them to say, right, go, do what you need to do. Because if they had, I would have been gone long time ago.
That there are people currently in those booths having confidential meetings.
So other people, people in other booths, so people in other booths near them, people sat down there waiting for an appointment while that person had an appointment. They can also all overhear that information, Sergeant, can they?
This is the compromise that I'm willing to offer you. I'm not willing to go round and round in circles with you. I will offer to go and take a photograph of those two boards so you can see that information. But if they are saying that they don't want you past that point because that's where private information is being discussed, then I think that's fair. We're not preventing you from accessing that information.
But then why would they put information on view to the public for public to go have a look at if they know that people can't go look at it because there's private information down there? So it's pointless having that board there in the first place. Why would they have it if I wasn't allowed to go and be there?
Would you like me to get you access to that information? Would you like me to go and photograph it so you can read it?
I would like primary access to that. I don't want secondary or tertiary access.
That's not going to be possible.
Well, if it's the information that you're there, I'm sure we can speak to somebody and we can get you photocopies of every leaflet on there, and then you can take that.
I don't want photocopies. I don't want to waste the paper. That's not very environmentally friendly.
This is where the reason begins to unravel, as the sergeant offers to capture the photo on the auditor's behalf, raising an obvious contradiction. If the material were genuinely private, it wouldn't make sense for an officer to photograph it and share it with a member of the public. The inconsistency suggests the issue was less about privacy itself and more about asserting authority, and it marks the point where it becomes apparent they lack clear legal grounds to prevent the activity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
could you stand in front of us so we can record people coming in?
yeah, of course, the police have no authority to remove me from this building. They have no authority to do anything over a civil matter.
What's your name?
Do they?
Oh, yeah, lovely. That's good. Can you go to area 4, please? Thank you.
Want to dance with me, Daniel? Come on.
I would dance with you, but I'd probably step on your left foot too much.
Probably.
Might break it. Not worth it.
Fair enough. Am I allowed to leave?
You can leave if you wish
There we
to.
go. Oh, cheers. There we go. So yeah, next time you let you know not to call the police because you know the police can't do anything about it.
Daniel?
But I would just recommend.
No, just stand in front is what I was saying.
I would just recommend.
He's leaving, so I asked him to.
I would just recommend allowing somebody to go on about their lawful business in a public place
Well,
before
actually,
calling
it's
the
not
police.
lawful.
But it is.
You know,
Of course it is. What's unlawful about it?
you've been asked to leave. That breaches trespassing law.
Trespassing, which is a civil matter, it's not unlawful. It's a civil
Actually,
tort.
it is.
It's a civil tort. It's not a crime. Otherwise, the police
is
would
a
have
crime,
arrested.
actually.
The police would have arrested me if it was a crime, Daniel.
I believe you've had enough now, don't you?
After the police depart without taking action, the security guard, Daniel, continues to assert confidence in his understanding, insisting that trespass is a criminal matter when it is generally treated as a civil issue. The situation underscores a broader point about why audits are discussed in the first place. Misunderstandings by authority figures can risk infringing on rights, and confidence without knowledge can be especially persistent. While the officers step away due to procedural limits, Daniel remains, seemingly unaware of the distinction, highlighting the gap between authority and understanding. If you're interested in more analyses of situations where confidence meets reality, consider subscribing and sharing your perspective. Would you have stood firm? This content is intended for educational purposes only, not legal advice, so always confirm the laws that apply in your area.